Philip, Defi Du Seuil behind us. We're looking forward to seeing him in action at Ascot on Saturday. First of all, how is he?
Everything's gone extremely well, couldn't have gone better. Schooled yesterday, worked this morning, all very good.
And with regard to him in his work and what he's like at home, I mean, has he always been quite flashy and shown that brilliance, or not necessarily?
He has always worked well, but he's at home he's very straightforward, but also very happy to get on with his work. Always goes about with his ears pricked, maybe a little jog. You know, he's a busy fella.
I suppose the first thing I sort of hit upon when going back through his record and looking at him taking in the Matchbook Clarence House is the last time we went to Ascot, in that Ascot hurdle, things didn't necessarily go to plan. You wouldn't put that down to a track thing at all. We know he wasn't quite right that year.
Exactly. So he only had 2 runs that season and was definitely below par, but bounced back well last season, so should be fine.
And as far as the 2 miles at Ascot and what that poses, that based upon particularly what we've seen this season over fences, that wouldn't cause you any concern whatsoever?
Well, obviously the ground's going to be very soft, which he's coped well with soft ground in the past, so I don't see that as a problem. But it will make it more of a test of stamina, which is fine as far as we're concerned as well, because we know that he stays 2.5, so that should be ideal.
And you've got a horse who he's going to be taking on, again in the form of Un De Sceaux, who you know their team are very happy about testing ground. But equally, you look back through this horse's form and very testing ground hasn't necessarily been a problem for him.
No, when he won the final juvenile hurdle at Chepstow, he won very, very easily in desperate conditions. So, you know, and he's won on soft ground plenty of times before, like when he won at Sandown last season. So, you know,
that Tingle Creek was quite a race, wasn't it? What was just give us your sort of your reaction to that performance and the race itself.
I thought, you know, between the last 2 that he'd go and win well, and probably he idled a little bit on the running, as he can do. But he having London in front after the last. So, no, very, very pleased with his run, and it'll be an interesting competition again on Saturday.
Does, to your mind, that performance last time at Sandown really, I mean, cement him as one of the very best horses in open company over 2 miles now? I mean, the Grade 1 Tingle Creek is the Christmas challenge, isn't it? So I suppose it must do.
I'm sure it absolutely does, yes. And again, I suppose, you know, the Clarence House will be part of the decision to what we're going to do at Cheltenham, but let's hope we get over that hurdle first.
And does this fit in time-wise between that Tingle Creek, then a stepping stone onto the Matchbook Clarence House? That is the right time to run him again, and then draw stumps until the festival, and there's likely chance there.
Well, I suppose, you know, the right time to run him is when everything's right with him, and he's a very tough horse. He could probably run more often, but at the same time, with Cheltenham as obviously the main objective, you don't want to be going too often to the well beforehand. So it all just fits in to run him on Saturday, and he's in good form, so that's ideal.
And he wouldn't be the biggest necessarily, but did he always strike you as a chaser in the making during that early stage?
He's always been a particularly good jumper, actually, and I remember when, in his juvenile days, Barry Garrity got off him when he won at Aintree, and said even then that, you know, he ought to be going chasing. And so we could have even had him chasing as a 4-year-old, but decided the champion hurdle route, which didn't work out. But anyway, so he was always destined to do better chasing, yeah.